Series V180 and Series V118 respectively. This H0 model was produced by the company Eisenbahn-Modellbau in the city of Zwickau in the former GDR in the 1980s and sold by Pico. It is a diesel hydraulic general purpose locomotive of the class 118, or as previously called V180 of the Deutsche Reichsbahn. The length of the model over the buffers is 224 millimeters. The front and rear lights are functional. The motor drives one wheel set at the front and one at the rear. The class V180 of the Deutsche Reichsbahn was the largest diesel locomotive ever built in the GDR. Manufacturer was the locomotive builder Karl Marx in Babelsberg, with a length over the buffers of 19,460 millimeters, so almost 20 meters. They reached top speeds of 120 kilometers per hour. As early as 1953, the Deutsche Reichsbahn commissioned already the so-called Association of Publicly Owned Locomotive and Wagon Construction Companies to develop modern diesel locomotives. The first drafts were available after 3 years, and 1 year later the concept for the desired heavy passenger and freight locomotive was ready. The locomotive building company Lokomotivbau Karl Marx in Babelsberg then completed 2 prototypes within 2 years. However, there was the problem for serious production that not all components could be manufactured in the GDR at that time, and those 2 locos were also considered to be too heavy and were ultimately scrapped in 1965. In the meantime, however, the State Planning Commission had approved the funds for the construction of 128 locomotives of slightly different build. 2 more advanced locomotives were built and then put into serious production. From 1965, even more powerful engines were finally used. The corresponding locomotives were given the designation V180.1. Further changes led to further renaming of the locos. And from 1970, the V180 series became the 118 series, and after reunification, the Deutsche Bahn 228 series. So you see lots of renaming going on there. The last of its kind was already retired in 1995. Today, 28 locomotives are still preserved. For example, one is used as a work train locomotive by the small private railway construction and operating company Pressnitztalbahn. And the locomotive with the number 118-386 has taken a very special course. It has been converted into a 3-room hotel on the site of the former Wiesenburg reception building. Yes, you heard right. It is a hotel nowadays.